Hi guys, I am really excited and proud to share with you this update on your home's progress. We are looking at a draft design review submittal set. It's draft because we still need to incorporate the landscape and the civil engineering scopes of work into the plan set and the certain tabulations. But architecturally, I think this thing is ready to go, ready to share with your immediate neighbors for their feedback and their acknowledgement that they're aware that a project is being proposed on your property. But then as soon as we get those forms from them and the surveyor and landscape, then we can turn our project in to the city to start their first review of the plan set. And then once they deem the plans are complete, then they will schedule us for our public hearing. But I wanted to give you guys a brief overview of these plans because this is a lot more plans than you're used to seeing from me when it's just a floor plan and the 3D model. So what we're seeing here is a lot of tabulation is required by the city. I'm not going to bore you with all the details here, but this does break down for you all the square footages that we're building. Don't be alarmed here when you see that the main home floor area is 5,057 square feet out of the 5,064 that you're allowed to build. Remember, this is double counting the covered front porch and double counting any area that's taller than 15 feet, which we do have quite a bit of in your home, but we're coming in perfectly under the wire for your home that's really more about 353 square feet. I might call that 3,400, just rounding up. But that's really the square footage of your living area, the ADU living area, the garage area here. So don't be too alarmed by that 5,000 square foot number. I'm really proud about how tightly we dialed in this design to stay under the wire. I'm really proud of that. Here we're seeing the demo site plan. This shouldn't be anything too new for you, so I won't delay on this. Here is a cleaned up version of the site plan where I've finally sort of turned off all of the existing elements, although I am still keeping the orange outline for the existing building footprint just for reference. But I'm really happy with how clean this site plan looks. I'm showing now also a ghosted in sort of version of the roof plan just to give both you, your neighbors, and the city a sense for how big certain overhang areas are. I think this is a really clean site plan. I think it's ready to share with the city. I think it does a great job of demonstrating, though, that the house may be big and tall here in the middle. We're so far removed from the neighbors, and we're providing a lot of really low roof areas towards the two neighboring structures near you. I'm really happy with this. This is taking a while to render, but this is a cleaner version, zoomed in version of the main home floor plan. I don't think anything really has changed much here. Actually, I do want to go back to the site plan and just touch again on what I've settled on for the equipment, both the backup generator and the heat pump for the main home. So the backup generator will go here along this secondary bedroom here, just outside of the bathroom here. So the bathroom is an operable door. That is somewhat a concern, so we'll have to make sure that we spec proper weather sealing, really seal that door up nice and tight. But then I'd also want to build or maybe get your landscape architect's help designing a screen wall here, a bit of fencing that could both shield the door a little bit and visually screen the view of this equipment from this bedroom window and from that bathroom area. So let me know if you feel the same way as I do, that this is the right spot for that. So then looking over here, I think I would reserve this spot here by the garage and mudroom for the heat pump. So shifting the heat pump from this location down to this location. This would be a fixed window that doesn't have to be. It could be an operable window. There's no exhaust or gas being burned here, so this could be operable, but maybe just go fixed. A fixed window will perform better acoustically than any operable window would. And we have the two heat pumps here, one for the ADU and one for the main home, paired right here at the end of the driveway. And again, the heat pump here is within the buildable area, so it's outside of the 12-foot side setback, and it's also outside of the 30-foot rear setback, so it just fits perfectly right here. I know I was contemplating putting it right here before, but the city has definitely clarified for me that they don't allow any noise-making equipment to be within, outside equipment, to be within the setbacks. So, sorry for showing that the first time. All right, let's see. Okay, so the floor plan, we talked about the equipment. I think that's the big change there. The roof plan is new for you guys, so you haven't seen the roof plan yet. I think it's a very clean looking, very beautiful roof plan. It's got a lot of different slopes, and it's certainly got some complexity at certain areas, but I think given the size of the home, I'm really, really proud of this roof plan, how clean it looks from the exterior elevations, and how, for the most part, all of this bedroom and bathroom wing here, and all of the garage, and even, you know, a good portion of the front porch and this covered porch here are all underneath the 18-foot height limit. And we're only breaking the 18-foot height limit just for a little bit, just here at the ridge, just to bring in, you know, those taller volumes that you wanted, those opportunities for a lot more glass. I just think it's really great. Let's see here. So the next sheet here, we're going to jump in number a little bit because I'm reserving room for a couple other sheets for the main home that will come after the design review process. But here is now a floor plan, roof plan, future reflected ceiling plan area for your ADU. So we're seeing now the floor plan, roof plan side by side, which I think is pretty nice. You know, given the size of this home, you know, just under 800 square feet, I think it fits nicely on one sheet. One design change here, it's not a big deal, but I thought as I was looking at your home and going through, you know what, sorry, I want to back up. One nice thing about the floor plan is now that we're zoomed in a little bit more, I've gone ahead and added the size of every window to the plans here. So even for, let's say example, the more complicated window arrangements, like at the cooktop and kitchen, it may look a little bit odd, but I've basically popped these windows out of the wall to show there's a second row and a third row of windows above these windows here. But so it may look a little bit unconventional graphically, but with this in hand, you could share this floor plan with a couple window vendors, and I can introduce you to them, and they can start to price out the window package for you. The windows are going to be one of the most expensive things that you're going to be purchasing and supplying for this project. And that's true for any project. Windows are expensive. Your project, given the sheer number of them and the size of some of them, I think it'd be a great thing for you to get comfortable with the cost of windows and the different manufacturers and product lines that are out there. So take this to a showroom and start playing around and handling the different windows and get a sense for the exact product line and the exact dollar amount that you'll have to contribute for those windows. But that's showing up both on the floor plan here and on the ADU plan. But the thing I wanted to talk about too, of course, was adding the skylight here. So do let me know how you guys feel about this added skylight here for the vestibule. You won't see it from the driveway, it's on the back side of the roof, but I think it brings in some natural light in this needed area here to brighten up this inner core to benefit both the bedroom with borrowed light and the living room with some borrowed light. So again, let me know how you guys feel about that. Okay, so 10 minutes in and we're finally getting to something new here, and this is the 2D elevation sheets for your 3D home. I've only been giving you guys the 3D fly arounds. Well, finally here we can have a flattened 2D view of the home for you guys to see with that new color palette that we picked. So nothing here should look too alarming. I hope you love the way this looks, but I want to point out that I am calling out the materials with a little bit more specificity than before. For example, I'm calling out the standing seam metal roofing color the window color, the even the color of the shingles. I'm calling out the stain color for the cedar redwood shingles, the pre-colored material from James Hardie for the board and batten siding. I picked Irish Lowlands for now, and I'll be giving you guys a separate PDF that shows screenshots of all these different materials and colors in action. But yeah, they're reflected here in the model. I think it's great. If we want to take a little more time to finesse and fine tune the colors, I think that's fine too. But I'm really happy with this. I know I was happy with every color scheme we've looked at, including the first one with the darker blue. But this is a very attractive color scheme, a very attractive home. So here's elevation of the rear of the home, elevation of the left side. Another new element that I've included here is, like I've done on the front elevation with shutters and some skirts below windows, I've decided that I wanted to try and bridge connect the master bathroom windows to the window at the toilet area with another bit of trim. The space between is just a little bit wider than a one window module, but I still think that this looks nice, and it's a nice way to say this is all part of the master bathroom, especially when we turn the corner. It shows up a little better in the 3D views that you'll see at the end of this PDF. So let me know what you think about this addition as well. And here's that skylight showing up at the backside of the ADU roof. A new plan for you guys, or a new sheet type, would be these building sections that you're seeing here. This is required by the city of Saratoga for the initial planning design review set to demonstrate sort of the maximum height condition areas. So I've cut these sections through the pop-up area happening at the great room. I'll develop a lot more sections like this when we get ready to go in for the building permit set, but for the initial design review set, I think just these 2 through the main home and 1 through the ADU is sufficient for now. Last but not least, we come to the perspective sheets. You've seen these before, and of course you're familiar with the 3D model, so I don't think there's anything too new to see here. Yeah, nothing new here other than the final locations for the appliances maybe, and of course the color scheme again. Well guys, I am really eager to hear your thoughts on this draft plan set, and of course those few design issues that I raised.